Now, speaking of places to ski in, before we get to Keith, let's take a look at this. This is from Colorado. Look at that snow. There were reports of 4 to 10 inches of snow in some areas of the state by yesterday morning. Locals there say it's the first significant snowfall of the season, arriving 2 weeks earlier than usual.
They have all the fun.
You know what's crazy? I feel like we've already ran about a story about snow in the mountains in Colorado.
Yeah,
that was like a month ago,
So
right?
it all depends. Yeah, there's some big elevation out there for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
No, don't
Look at
read
that.
that. Don't read that.
I'm
That's
not
fine.
even going to.
Okay.
That's a curse.
Asking about
and I
snow.
don't need to curse on Friday the 13th.
No. Yeah, I'm not ready yet. This is fine for me. This is like a good place to be at. I feel like I have projects that I've been putting off, and now I have no excuse because it's comfortable out, and this is where we're at.
You know, I was saying to Alex, I'm so glad that this year so far, it's lasted more than 2 weeks.
It's been nice.
This fall.
Yeah.
The fall season, so many times we just rush right into winter.
Well, the
This has
fall
been
was
refreshing.
basically flowers for how bad the summer was to us.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like it was so bad, and this fall has actually been really quite pleasant, and we kind of continue that. Yeah, obviously it gets cooler, right? But that's all typical in the upper 50s right now. 50 flat in Berlin. Rangeley had a reading last I checked; it was in the 40s, upper 40s. Current wind gusts a little feisty. You can look at the window, and I can see the trees kind of swaying around a little bit here in Congress Square. Northwest winds, typically a cool wind direction, about 20 to 25 miles an hour, and you can see the flow of the atmosphere going the same way with a couple of the showers breaking off. Most of the showers have been down East Maine. We're actually in extreme Washington County, eastern Washington County. It's been kind of raining all day there. The rest of us have been largely dry with just a couple of sprinkles popping off there. So we fall really quickly tonight. I mean, we're in the 50s right now, so it's pretty easy to shed 10 degrees into the mid and upper 40s. And we'll be about 40 flat, I think, in the mountains, but we should be able to get some clouds in there and stop us from getting too much cooler than that. But tomorrow morning's crisp, and I think tomorrow plays a lot like today, which is a mixture of sun and clouds. Temperatures in the upper 50s to around 60. This model has a couple little sprinkles. It tends to do that sometimes, though. It overdoes it a bit, but there's certainly a chance over far northern Maine. And then we are cool tomorrow night into the 40s. We start with sun on Sunday, but then a little disturbance rotates in, gives us some showers Sunday afternoon in the mountains and foothills. Probably stay dry along the coastline, at least during the daylight hours on Sunday. So we get the whole weekend in, which, let me tell you, based on the pattern, the way we were looking before, it's kind of a miracle because we had the chance for this to really be a bad weekend with a low sitting here and giving us basically 2 days of rain. So that's not happening. That low goes there. This low goes around us. We're in the middle happily over the weekend. There are some showers and we're cooler for Monday and Tuesday. We should be able to build some warmth back in for late week. You see that cool pool, that's the weekend, and then see this ridge kind of coming in here for late in the week. I think the models are underestimating that ridge. We'll see, but they're spitting out low 60s. I don't know. It seems like it's going to be a little warmer than that. So when we get there, we'll get there, but that's a good problem to have, right, in getting a little bit warmer through the middle of the week. Foliage report, just a quick check. I would argue peak is moderate this year. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of where we're at. But as far as the actual progression, that's the map. So you can get in the mountains this weekend, and I think after that, it's going to quickly go downhill. Can't win them all, you know? It's hard to get all the seasons vivid and beautiful, and you can always turn your saturation up to 175% and put it on Instagram. So
Hashtag no filter, right?
Everyone will be happy with that still. So decent weekend after all that worked out.
Sounds good.